conversation about the Zulu Parade in New Orleans, USA, brings up a bigger conversation. The conversation that I'm trying to have sits in a very uncomfortable place. It sits between a diasporic disconnection and the romanticizing of Africanness. Having a diasporic or an African disconnect is no excuse. By now, we all know that African Americans have historically been disconnected from their African roots due to slavery. So it is understandable when it comes to the celebration of heritage that some seek a connection that they often misplace. But in doing so, they fall into this very imperialistic trap of generalizing and idealizing Africanness without proper engagement, without research, and without true curiosity about the lived experiences of those cultural groups. Calling something an African Zulu Parade speaks to a surface level engagement on what it means to be African, what it means to where you come from regionally on the continent, and just ethnically what it means to be Zulu. It also speaks to a lack of knowledge that South Africa is in the southern tip of Africa. Transatlantic slavery came from West Africa. The hard truth is this echoes what colonizers did, extracting fashion, culture, language, religion, even hygiene practices, knowledge, while disregarding the actual lived experience of the people they are extracting from. Which brings me to my second point, romanticization. Many African Americans look to Africa, the continent, and the diaspora for cultural pride and very often spiritual grounding. But when this admiration and honor of a specific community leads to distortion and misinformation, that's where things become offensive. This idea of Africa as a costume rather than Africa as a lived experience. This brings me back to my first point. It becomes problematic when African Americans decide that they can recreate or re-own someone's culture. Although sometimes it is with good intention, honestly, it reflects an imperialist mindset. Think about Wakanda, how Africa was generalized into one conglomerate of blackness. It displayed pride, it displayed honor, but did it display knowledge? So honor, solidarity, and respect for a cultural group cannot be seen as that without humility. Cultural reconnection has to come with deep listening, collaboration, and consent. And know that being an African is not a performance or a costume, but a lived experience of people who are trying to educate you.
Pan-African lifestyle.
Are you planning to travel, relocate, or invest in Africa? Before making permanent decisions, equip yourself with the knowledge you need to make informed choices. Africa 101 is your guide to relocating, investing, and living in Africa. This is your essential resource, covering the basics and must-know insights to guide you confidently. Download your guide now at panafricanlifestyle.com and take the first step toward a thriving future in the motherland.